Hello, everyone, and welcome to Juicy Talk, where me and Juicy talk. Here is Mo, and aka Juicy, aka Tony.
Hello, everybody.
Anyways, we're here to talk about are you accepting your partner, or are you just settling, and what's the difference? So, babe, what do you think the difference is?
Well, if you accept your partner and you accept them for who they are, their faults or whatever, then just selling them, you just sell them just because you're lonely or, you just want to be with somebody. You don't care how they act crazy or whatever. Ignorance, you just like I'm just gonna deal with it or monetary value.
Uh, I think it is like you accept them, like you said, flaws and all. Everybody's not perfect. Um, the person that you accept, and y'all might have the same end goals. Y'all might have a lot of things in common. Y'all going down the right path. I guess equally yoked. He may not be as tall, or she may not be as thick as you want, but you accepting them for who they are. Um, Settling, I guess you could say you go against your morals. You're going against the boundaries that you set up. Um, you are sacrificing things where you feel unfulfilled in a relationship. Resentment can settle in. Um, like you said, fear of being alone. Maybe a person got monetary value, forced into a relationship, kids having a kid with this person and want to raise a kid with them, so you deal with a lot of their BS. It's a lot with settling. I found myself in settling situations before, and didn't turn out too well. What about you?
Yeah, a few. I have.
So yeah, I guess the key differences is like you said, accepting someone and loving them unconditionally. Um, that's like takes a lot of patience and communication. Um, and I guess you just like you said, you just love them, knowing that they're not perfect and knowing them as a whole person. And settling is like you said, dealing with someone's bullshit that you don't really have to deal with, because a lot of people just don't want to be alone, and a lot of people find themselves settling but can mix it up with accepting somebody for who they are. So you will know if you feel, like I said, sad in a relationship, stressed out, depressed, resentment, um, going against your boundaries and morals. And the key factor to avoid settling is to know your worth. And a lot of people don't know their worth. You know your worth, babe?
Yeah, I know my word.
How much you worth, babe?
Priceless.
A pack of annihilators?
No,
I'm just playing.
worth more than this shit.
I'm just playing all you prices, baby. But yeah, it's that's our topic of today. So um I guess anybody that want to comment can comment later in the comments and tell us what you think. I know today is a shorter episode because it was just basically concise and straight to the point. Knowing the differences between the two, um, knowing if you're accepting your partner or if you're just settling for them. Because it's not gonna work out in the end if you just try to marry somebody that you're settling for. It's probably gonna end very badly. You agree, babe?
Yeah, that's true.
So I guess that's all today, people. And welcome. And thank you for tuning in. You guys stay blessed. Bye.